So I've had women say to me often, Sherry, I can't lose weight like you can because you have the gift of faith. Or you don't understand, I'm unable to stay the course on my weight loss journey. I can lose the weight, but I can't keep it off because I don't have the gift of faith like you do. And that statement, the fact that it's reoccurring, number one, but number two, the fact that women believe that is exactly why they are unable to stay the course and do what they need to do to not only lose the weight, but keep the weight off. Listen, I can't teach you the gift of faith, but I can teach you how to remove what it is that is blocking your faith. That's my assignment. I believe the Lord has sent me to expose what it is that is completely competing with your faith. And my clients aren't lacking faith. They are lacking single-mindedness. You can see in Matthew 6 that Jesus says the problem isn't vision, it's the divided eye. Women want God, but they also want a guarantee. I want you to think about your own weight loss journey. They want obedience, but they only want it if it feels safe, if it feels comfortable. They want transformation, but they want it without surrender. So where in your life right now, it's probably not just in weight loss, but where are you not seeing transformation? Because if you examine that, you're going to see it's because you have an unwillingness to surrender in that area. And here's the thing about faith. Faith cannot operate in that sort of environment. You can pray for your faith to be strengthened and to walk by faith and to not walk by sight. But then you start to enter into a process of faith. And I believe the Lord takes us through this process to answer our prayers, because this is where he removes all of our safety nets, all of our comfort zones, all of our fallback plans. And this is why so many women completely unknowingly resist the very answer that they are looking for. And here's what I know is truth that I wrote about this morning in my journal. Faith grows where your control dies. Listen, 2 Timothy 1:7 says that God gave you a spirit of self-control, of self-discipline. If you want to walk by faith, it comes at the end of your control. It starts at the beginning of your trust. And this is why so many women waver in weight loss. They aren't being unsuccessful. They just keep negotiating the terms. And so for me, I can impart my gift of faith to you, not by laying hands on you or anything, but only by modeling unwavering obedience, only by modeling like determined, intentional, consistent trust, only by naming the fork in the road where others hesitate. Paul didn't beg people to believe him. He exposed the cost of double-mindedness, and he called people higher. That's exactly what I do. Your inability to lose weight isn't the issue. Your faith is not the issue. The issue is lordship. And I can see this in the women I coach. If there's an area of their life where they're not experiencing freedom, there's something that they've given lordship to in that area. They haven't given complete lordship to the Lord. And when you walk by faith, you have to see that. And I see that when I'm coaching women. And so a question I would encourage you to start asking yourself that I wrote about in my journal just this morning is, am I trusting God? Or am I trusting an outcome that makes me feel safe? I teach women to stop wavering so they can walk by faith, even in weight loss. So I want you to know this. You might not have the gift of faith. That's okay. But who are you allowing in your sphere of influence? And what are they modeling to you? If you find yourself struggling, I encourage you, put yourself in an environment where you are with somebody who is modeling the kind of faith, the kind of unwavering obedience, the kind of trust that you want to have in your life. And pay attention to where you might have double-mindedness. Right? You say you want to lose weight, but then you also want the taste and the fullness of that food. I want you to know, believe this, faith cannot operate in that sort of environment. If you want to be transformed, you must surrender control. Faith grows where control dies. That's how you stop wavering in weight loss. Stop negotiating the terms. Put yourself in an environment where you're seeing somebody walk it out. You're only meant to imitate Christ. So who are you imitating? Who are you allowing to influence you? And is that person modeling the right kind of life, the right kind of faith that you want to have in your life? You're not lacking faith. You might just be lacking single-mindedness. There's a guarantee that you will lose the weight. If you keep doing what you should, you will have the right outcome. You will reap a harvest if you don't give up in the weariness. And that's exactly what the enemy is counting on. He's counting on you to be weary, because then that divides your loyalty. You'll want to lose weight, but you haven't seen it yet. And therefore, you feel weak, you believe that you're weak, and you give in, and you run to the thing, to the food, to the habit that gives you what you want, not what you need. And that actually should become your moment of surrender. Because if you want transformation, it's going to come with surrender, where you crucify being who you used to be, where you pray that your faith is strengthened so that you can walk by faith, no longer by your circumstances, no longer by your feelings, no longer by your thoughts, your habits, your day of the week, by what you see or what you don't see yet. And then expect it to be a challenge, because that's how the Lord makes you stronger. It's through the process of faith. It's through the process of faith where he removes the safety net of, if I've had a bad day, then I eat this food and I watch this show. If I'm stressed out, then I run to this alcohol. If I'm really sad and I feel like I need to be comforted, I run to this food. No, God is the comforter. Stop running to things and habits and lifestyles and situations that are your safety nets. God's trying to remove those things from your life because they are the very thing blocking your blessing, giving you the outcome that you want. God is going to take you through the process of faith, and the process of faith is where he helps you to become the woman who is strong enough to do what she should do perpetually, consistently, over time, so that you can be the one who lost the weight because you were made stronger. So allow him to remove the safety nets. Allow him to get you out of your comfort zone so that you can live in the land of your capacity. Remove make the decision right now to remove the fallback plans. Stop resisting the very process that is delivering you to the answer you've prayed for. You want to become the woman who lost the weight. That's the process of faith, where he takes you through what it is that you need to do so that you can have what you ultimately want, even in weight loss.